your people and your father's household and go to the land I will show you. And then in verse 4, he says, so Abram left as the Lord had told him. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of our God. I want to talk to you all very quickly from walking by faith and not by sight. All right, now in the text today, there are some principles that we can glean and extrapolate from the life of Abraham. Number one principle that I want you to understand is that faith is a choice. Somebody didn't hear that, but walking by faith is a choice and not by sight. Now you must understand, in the text today, Abraham had some other choices when God had called him. Abraham could have stayed in Haran. Abraham could have stayed with his family. Abraham could have stayed at his father's house. Abraham could have told God, listen, I am not going to Canaan, amen, uncharted territory. Abraham could have said, God, there are some Canaanites in the land, and I am choosing not to go. But you understand in verse 4 that Abraham walked by faith and not by sight. But you know, brothers and sisters, the problem with many of us today is that we walk by sight and not by faith. That's why many of us worry all night long, because we're walking by sight and not by faith. Amen. Y'all ain't like y'all don't want to hear me today. Amen. That's why you lay awake at night not trusting in God, because you're walking by faith and not by sight. That's why you complain about what God does to your life, because you're not walking by faith, you're walking by sight. Amen. But is there anybody here who have learned to walk by faith? That you have learned to walk by faith no matter how difficult the way may be, even when the storms of life is raging, you have learned to walk by faith. Even when the doctor gives you a red report, you have learned to walk by faith. Y'all sitting there like y'all ain't never walked by faith. Is there anybody here ever learned to walk by faith? Difficult bills, even hell and high water, but you learn to walk by faith through all that you go through. Somebody ought to give God some praise, because I have come this far by faith. I'm almost done. Lecture, Reverend. Amen. I got a spirit of disobedience. Go ahead, Reverend. Walking by faith is a choice. You gotta learn to look at God promises and not at the problems. Anybody here knows what I'm talking about? You gotta understand, you gotta learn to look to God. Because see, problems will come. But you gotta have your mind made up. The choice that I will make, I am going to walk by faith no matter what happens. Even if Satan rides my back, I'm still going to walk by faith. Even if everybody turns their backs on me. Is there anybody here got your heart made up that you're going to walk by faith no matter what? Walk by faith. Secondly, walking by faith sometimes means that you have to leave some people behind. Oh, that's a tough one right there. Some folks you want to take with you. But when God calls you, sometimes you got to leave somebody behind. You got to understand, some folks ain't good for your faith journey. Some folks will come on your journey with cause hell and high water in your journey. Sometimes you got to leave some people behind. Is there anybody here understanding what I'm talking about? Sometimes you got to say, baby, stay right there. I got to go where the Lord tells me to go. Now, let me tell you how I come to this conclusion. conclusion.
Come on, Reverend.
I had looked in the text,
It's in there.
and I thought, when I wasn't studying that when God had called Abram, he was in Canaan.
All right.
Excuse me, he was in Ur of the Chaldeans.
That's right. Yeah.
No, he was not. He was in Haran.
All right. All right.
Now, let me help you out now. He was on his way to Canaan with his father.
Make it plain, bro.
All right, you know what I'm saying? I thought that he had already got, when God had told him to go to Canaan, that was his first time.
All right.
God allowed him to go with his father to Haran.
All right.
And then he died. What am I trying to say? God didn't want his daddy to go with him.
All right, bro.
Sometimes you got to leave some people behind. Sometimes you got to tell Mama, you can't go where the Lord wants me to go. Sometimes you got to tell even some choir members, listen, I don't know what agenda y'all got, but as a pastor of this house, we going somewhere. Is there anybody here know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you got to tell the deacons, maybe this ain't the place you need to worship at, because God is moving us to another level, and all you're going to do is cause some hell and some high water. Sometimes you got to leave some people behind. I said I'm almost done. But the Reverend told me I can have my way. And so I'm going to just close with a little tune. Is there anybody here can testify that you come this far by faith? I said, is there anybody here can testify that you come this far by faith? Yeah, you had some heartaches and pain, but you kept on in the Lord. You had some burdens, but you kept your faith. And I gotta leave today. But is there anybody here walking this day, walking by faith? If you're walking by faith today, you ought to grab somebody's hand and tell your neighbor, I've come this far by faith. Satan tried to tear me down, but